Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Whisper with Vangie, a quiet space where reflections awaken the heart, truth is spoken with gentleness, and understanding becomes wisdom. Here, we listen not only with the mind, but also with the soul. Today, let us reflect together on mining, responsibility, and our relationship with the earth. Mining. For many people, this word immediately brings fear. Images of destroyed mountains, polluted rivers, wounded forests, and communities placed in danger. And yes, these things do happen. There are real scars left behind by irresponsible practices. There are rivers that have suffered, mountains that have been abused, lives that have been affected. And because of this, many hearts have learned to fear the word mining itself. But perhaps today, we are being invited to pause, to look deeper, and to understand more clearly. Because not all mining is the same. There is a profound difference between responsible, regulated mining and illegal, unregulated extraction. Responsible mining operates under strict laws and environmental safeguards. It requires permits, scientific studies, environmental protection plans, rehabilitation programs, and continuous monitoring by government agencies. In the Philippines, agencies like the Mines and Geosciences Bureau work to ensure that mining operations comply with environmental regulations, protect communities, and restore affected areas after use. But illegal mining follows no responsibility. It operates without permits, without environmental protection, without accountability. It often leads to river siltation, landslides, unsafe tunnels, forest destruction, and danger not only to nature, but also to human lives. And when destruction happens, perhaps we must learn to ask a more honest question. Was this caused by responsible mining or by illegal and unregulated practices? Because when all mining is blamed equally, the real problem can become hidden beneath anger, fear, and misinformation. And truth deserves to be seen clearly. Now, here is something we often forget. Mining is not distant from our lives. In many ways, it quietly supports the very world we live in every day. The eyeglasses we wear depend on minerals like silica and metal components. The vehicles we use, cars, buses, motorcycles, are made from steel, aluminum, copper, nickel, and other mineral resources drawn from the earth. The roads we travel, the bridges we cross, the buildings that shelter us, all rely on minerals and aggregates. Even the phones in our hands, the computers we work with, the electricity systems that power our homes, all are connected to mining. And in hospitals, medical tools, surgical instruments, X-ray machines, oxygen systems, laboratory equipment, and many life-saving technologies are made possible through materials sourced from the earth. So perhaps the deeper truth is this: mining is not separate from human life. It is already woven into our daily existence. The question is not simply whether mining should exist. The real question is, how should it be done? Because when mining is done responsibly, with science, regulation, environmental care, and accountability, it can support development while still protecting people and nature. But when greed replaces responsibility, when laws are ignored, when extraction becomes careless, both the environment and the human communities suffer. That is why monitoring matters. That is why regulation matters. That is why accountability matters. And perhaps this reflection is not only about mining. Perhaps it is also about how humanity relates to the earth itself. Everything we use comes from creation. The question is not whether we take from the earth, but whether we take with wisdom, responsibility, and respect. Because true progress should not destroy the very world that sustains us. And true environmental care should also seek understanding, not fear alone. So instead of immediately choosing sides for or against, perhaps we can choose something deeper: understanding, discernment, balance, responsibility, and truth. Because protecting the environment and supporting responsible development should never be enemies. They must walk together. This is not merely about industry. This is about awareness. This is about stewardship. And this is about learning to see truth with both wisdom and compassion. Thank you, beautiful souls, for spending this quiet moment with me here in Soul Whisper with Vangie. If this reflection touched your heart or helped you see things more clearly, I warmly invite you to explore my other videos for more gentle reflections, life insights, prayers, and soul-centered conversations. May you also read my first 2 books available on Amazon Kindle, where I share deeper reflections, healing thoughts, and meaningful journeys of the heart. And wherever life may lead you, may you continue to walk with wisdom, compassion, and truth. This is Vangie of Soul Whisper with Vangie, where stories heal, reflections awaken, and the soul gently remembers its light.